I want to talk about aging, Kim McAllister.
Ugh.
Aging as a woman in 2023. Okay.
My little gray hairs at the temple. You
Are you
talk about
kidding me
that?
right now? Okay. So can we talk about the fact now? I'm going to be totally like blunt with you guys. And I've talked about this, I think, on the when I had the radio show, but now that I'm on video. So I am going through like changes, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
obviously the gray hairs. I think I'm doing pretty good on the wrinkles. Like I moisturize and I tried a sunscreen and all those sorts of things. But I have developed pretty bad melasma on my face. Okay. Does anyone know what melasma is?
Is that
It's
where
like
your
a
skin changes color, like
yeah,
hyperpigmentation? Okay.
hyperpigmentation. Okay. So
Yeah.
I have it on my face. I'm on a what do we call it? It's a process. I'm on this process, right? With my skin. I am
Mm-hmm.
seeing some results, but I'm gonna go to the doctor. I'm gonna get my hormones checked. I'm turning 45 this year. Okay. And while I know that's not old, I do not feel like I'm old. I
Yeah.
want to know what the hell's going on with me, my hair, my skin, my body. I want to kind of get like a baseline because I
Yeah.
am aging. But what does it mean to age in 2023? Because if people like Charlize Theron can't even age naturally, I don't think there's any hope for us. So there's been a number of articles because she has come out and talked about how she's embracing aging,
Mm-hmm.
but people are commenting on her face as if she did something like plastic surgery. And she's so confused. She says, "My face is changing, and I love that my face is changing and aging. People think I had a facelift. They're like, "What did she do to her face?" I'm like, "B, I'm just aging. It doesn't mean I got bad plastic surgery. This is just what happens." I'm going to show you said picture. Do you think she's done anything to her face? I feel like she's just aged. Now, I'm not saying she's never done anything to her face. I don't think that's what she's saying at all. But she's saying she's 48 years old, so she's a few years older than me. She takes issue with the differences men and women face when it comes to growing older. She says women want to age in a way that feels right to them. And she says, I think we need to be a bit more empathetic to how we all go through our journey. She's like, I wish I had my 25-year-old body that I could just throw against the wall and not even hurt tomorrow, doing, stunts for movies. Now, if I don't work out for 3 days and I go back to the gym, I can't walk. I can't sit down on the
Hmm.
toilet. I totally understand that. Do you think it's okay? I mean, obviously it's okay. Do you think women are allowed to, without scrutiny, able to age gracefully in 2023? Have we evolved enough as a society to
No.
not worry about it so much? Or are you worried
No.
about it, Kim? I mean, we're close in age. I mean, are you that worried about it?
You're a little younger than I am, but
Not that much younger than you.
yeah, yeah, you're pretty much younger than me. I will say that women that I've known that have decided to let their hair go gray.
Right. My
Other
mother. My mother's done that. Yes.
people look at them, but say they're like, I don't know, 45, right?
Right.
And their hair's going a little gray and they decide to just embrace it. Instead of dyeing it, they're just letting it go gray. And I'll hear other people go, "Why is she doing that? Does she not realize
Mhm.
that makes her look older?"
Right.
You know? She'd look so much better if she just dyed it black or if she just covered up that gray. Then you wouldn't be able to tell how old she is.
Mhm.
Well, what's wrong with being able to tell how old she is?
Right.
What we're all going to get old. Why do we try to mask it and put a band-aid over it? It is. You talk about not wanting wrinkles. I get it. I will tell you that it's miraculous to me, and you guys in the chat back me up on this. You can think, oh, I don't have wrinkles under my eyes. This is great. And then all of a sudden, one day you wake up, you
And
think
they're
it's a
there.
gradual thing. And all of a sudden you wake up one day and they come out of time and space and they hit you like a ton of bricks. And you're like,
Yes.
Jesus, where did that come from? So, I mean, I don't know, but I just don't want to. I think people try to hide it and it can look awkward and weird. That's just
Right.
my own personal opinion. If you're for plastic surgery and you want to go fix your face, more power to you, go do it. But I don't know. I just think I'm one of these people that is just going to get older and I'm just going to look older and that's just going to be the way it is. And I'm not going to change who I am. I'm going to always, have my personality, my thoughts to share, my
Yes,
whatever.
exactly.
And if you don't like the package it comes in, I can't help you. I mean, I am what I am. I am the
Exactly.
age I am, and the alternative to me is not palatable. So this is what you get. This is who I am. Wrinkles, yes. Melasma, you say? Sure. I have a
Yeah.
little spot right there. I don't know why it's there.
Well, I
Here
have
it
the
is.
mustache and I have
Mm,
I have it on my cheek and I have it on my lip. I have it I still have it so bad that when I don't wear makeup. Now my mom, I love you mom, but she doesn't see very well. She's 73 years old, okay?
mm-hmm.
This woman who doesn't see very well, she's like, "I think you need to wax your mustache." And I was like, "I don't have a mustache. It's melasma." And she's like, "Oh." She's like, "You should probably try to do something about that." And this was last year. And so I've
Thanks,
been trying,
Mom.
but see, I don't feel like that's trying to like force away aging. I
Yeah.
don't want, you know what, the reason I want to do something about it. I'm done wearing so much makeup on my face
Yeah. Yeah.
because I moisturize and everything. If I didn't
Yeah.
have these like stupid spots on my face,
Yeah.
I would be fine not wearing, maybe a little mascara to open the eyes or whatever, but I don't want to have to wear stuff on my face all of the time.
Right.
And it sucks. And it makes me unhappy looking in the mirror. Now, would I ever get a nip or a tuck or a facelift? No. I
Yeah.
firmly believe you don't mess with your face. Like,
Yeah.
because now I'm sure if I was rich and but even then, like you see some rich people, once you start doing it,
Yep.
I feel like you just constantly have to maintain it. Now, let me ask you also this, and I don't know if your daughter's like my daughter. Our daughters are the same age.
Mm.
Is Julia into a skincare routine?
So she uses Purity face wash and
Okay.
Purity moisturizer. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
So my daughter, she uses, she just has face wash, but she has like this glowing cream. She does the
Yeah.
gua sha. Do you know what that is? It's like this stone where you do these facial massages. I don't even do this stuff. And I'm like,
Wow. Okay.
there's all this. And I mean, my daughter's 14. Of course her face is going to glow. But so I look at her and I go, "What are you doing all of this for?" I'm like, "Your skin looks great." And she's like, "My skin looks great." Like she's like, "I don't have all these pimples on my face." Which again, that's puberty, that's hormones. That's not just because you wash your face all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's so funny to hear her talk. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, these teens and 20 somethings
Yeah.
are treating their skin as if they never want to age.
Yeah.
Like you're going to age. I don't mind like, okay, so if I'm going to be honest, if I was going to get anything done to my face, if I was ever going to do anything, I would want to do Botox on my crow's feet. Now, if I don't smile, there's no wrinkles. But the minute I smile, they're deep. But then I think to myself, self, those lines come from laughing and smiling. And
Yep.
those lines are the joy that you've had in your 40 some odd years of life. Why do I want them to go away? Do I want to look just smooth? The Washington Post also had an article on this, and they asked these questions that are great. What does a 48-year-old woman look like now? Are
Right.
82-year-olds supposed to look like Martha Stewart recently on the cover
Right.
of SI? I
No,
mean,
they're not
what
supposed to
does
look
it
like
look
that.
like anymore?
And I would argue that, people talk about, oh yeah, just Botox it. Just put, your little line right here. I have a little line right in the middle of
Right.
and it's like I could put Botox there, but you know what Botox is? It's what I'll butcher the name, but botulinus toxin.
It's botulism. You're injecting botulism
That's
in your
right.
face. Yes.
So do I want to do that just for the sake of not having a line on my face? I just can't get behind it. I'm not taking the risk. And if you put it near your eyes, that can be dangerous. People are like, "Oh, it's not dangerous, it's safe." There's risks with everything.
There
And
are
I
risks with
just
everything.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. And I think no matter how good of care our daughters take of their faces, at some point, time catches up with us all. But I
Yeah.
found myself, you know how they say you're supposed to, when you put things under your eyes, you use your fourth finger.
Yeah. You're supposed to
Use your
dot,
fourth
lightly
and
tap.
lightly tap with your fourth finger under your eyes this way. I
I use
taught
my middle
Jul
finger because I
I
use
t
my middle finger for everything.
like you're supposed to like fourth finger gently. So Julia's stretching her eyes this way with, going the wrong way. And I'm like, oh no,
Tap,
don't, that's the
tap,
wrong
tap, tap.
way. Let me teach you the right procedure here. And then
Yes,
I'm thinking, what's the
exactly.
point? It doesn't
Right.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I wish I had it nearby. Okay, so another thing to laugh at. Have you ever seen the movie The Sandlot? Do you remember that movie, The
Yeah,
Sandlot?
yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I don't know if you remember the scene, but when the movie starts, the main character, the boy, he doesn't have a baseball hat, but he has his mom gave him a hat. Like it's not like a regular baseball hat. It had like this large brim on it. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember. There's a whole scene where they're like, you need to get rid of that hat. I bought a hat that my husband says reminds him of that because you're absolutely right. It's the sun that does it, right? So I tell my
Mhm.
kids all the time, what kid likes their parent putting sunblock on them, right? But I tell my kid, especially my daughter, because she's into her skincare, but my son too, you need sunscreen on your skin. And now I got to block this. I'm not even supposed to be in the sun at all while I'm going through this process with this
Uh-huh.
skincare stuff that I have. But I really hope it works. There's nothing more depressing than looking in the mirror and not liking what you see, but it's not because I'm aging. It's because I don't like these spots on my face. Does that
But
make
if
sense? Does
that's
that make me vain?
but if uh,
Does it?
I don't wanna say yes, but if that's part of your aging, if your
Ugh.
aging is a little blotchy, then okay, that's your
Can't.
aging.
I have a mustache that's not a mustache, Kim. Are you telling
Yeah.
me that I'm supposed
I
to
draw
age?
the line at facial hair. This is where we
This is not facial hair, though. It's just
like,
a dark
maybe I'm
spot
not
that
gonna
looks like it.
I'm not well, yeah, then I think that's fine. You're
No
beautiful.
way. Are
You
you
are a
telling me, woman?
gorgeous woman.
It's because there's a
You've
blur.
rocked that. You've
It's a
rocked that
blur.
melasma mustache, honey.
It's it's so awful. It is so awful. I know, Ron. I'm trying to stay out of the freaking sun. It's really hard when you're your kid's taxi. But I do.
Ugh,
I put tons of sunblock on. I reapply. I have like
yeah.
one of those sticks that I just so I can rub it in really, really well. I do all those things. And literally it happened I want to say maybe 5 years ago when we went to Cancun. Anybody that has melasma knows this. I'm on vacation. My brother looks at me and he's like, "You have a dark spot." It started here. I got rid of this one and I had this big dark spot right here in between my forehead. And so my dumbass, because I don't know what's happening to me because I'm getting older, right? I just start tanning. I was like, "Oh, I'll just tan it away." No,
No,
I know all my pictures of Cancun. It just kept
you're
getting
going the
darker
wrong way.
and
No.
darker. And I mean, I still wear sunblock, but you're supposed to stay out of the sun. I I don't know. The reason I asked is because I am doing this, and just what you mentioned, Kim. Am I
Yeah.
trying to deny aging by trying to fight these dark spots on my face that obviously have come with aging? But I'm
I
saying
mean,
no. I'm not
you
doing
might
plastic
get rid of them
surgery.
for now, but I think this might be the way your body is, the way your skin is going to
F
age a little bit.
that.
So
I'm
by the
not doing.
time you're 60, you're going to have some spots, but you know what? They're going to be cute spots. My daughter is a redhead, very
Right.
fair skin, and she has four cousins on my husband's side of the family that are also redheads,
Hmm.
and they are covered from head to toe with freckles.
Yes.
But she wasn't, because I am the kind of person that
Religious about putting it on.
I walk into the sun, I turn red. My mom is not. She's kind of has more of olive skin, so she never had to really worry about it. And so through my childhood, because she didn't have to worry about it, she didn't get that I needed to be plastered from head to toe with sunscreen. So I spent a lot of time in my life burned as a kid.
Oh,
All
baby.
right. So because of this, I'm religious about putting sunscreen on my kid's face before school in the morning. So when she's on the playground, she's not turning bright red, keeping the freckles away. She decides after seeing her cousin's freckles,
She
she
wants
wants
them.
freckles. She's
Hmm.
like, "Why are you keeping freckles off me? I want them. I think they're adorable and cute, and I want them." So she set out
To
to
get
get
them.
freckles. She will stand out in the sun and look up at the sun and will the freckles to come. She wants spots on her face. I mention this because we all have a different perception of what we want, right?
Nobody wants a melasma mustache. I don't care how much you're trying to sell me on these friggin' wrinkles or freckles. Nobody wants a melasma mustache.
But
I bet.
what if the spot migrates and your whole face looks a little darker and you look like you have this beautiful tan?
I wish it happened like that, but that's not how
Yeah.
melasma works, my friend.
Oh,
I'm glad that I could share all of this with my entire viewing audience. But my point, just to kind of put a fine point before we go, aging is different for men and women.
yeah.
Women have to like and it's not fair, but it's true. I'm just going to say it. Yes, we should age gracefully. Somebody was saying, set the example for the younger generations and age gracefully. I'm trying to. I talk to my kids about, especially my daughter, just take care of yourself, eat right, drink water, take care of your skin, put sunblock on. Even if you do all of those things, you still might get a melasma mustache, but who knows? I'm not on birth control, by the way, Kim. My melasma is caused because I'm freaking old, apparently. I have no idea why it's happened. But yeah, I think I don't know if I'm going to look like, Charlize Theron or Martha Stewart when I get older, but I'm going to try everything besides going under a knife and squirting botulism in my face. I haven't hit the point where I need Botox yet. How about that? I haven't hit that.